Hello friends, welcome back to Final Fantasy Tactics, War of the Lions slash everything else slash, yeah, slashing a lot of people's faces open with our swords. Last time we did two maps in the dark. Today we're going to do 2 maps in the dark. The Crossing is the first one, the Switchback is the second one. If you have been watching our parties, it's going to be that party again. We're just going to hope we don't get 8 million things that can put the wrong kinds of status effects on us. Hopefully we... Hello, easy map. These are all undead. Stadio can actually do something with his sniping. This, I believe, is a Type 1 map. It really wants us to think it's a Type, or Type A. It really wants us to think it's Type B or C, but I don't think it is. As always, the first part of this map is not dying. The second part of this map is doing all the stuff on the map we're supposed to do. I think there's just a big thing in the center of this map that we are looking at. Again, hard to tell sometimes without seeing a map, which I do not have, or a video open, which I do not have. Or maybe this is just a big U shape. I'd buy that if you told me that's what it was. I do assume at some point I might accidentally discover a treasure or a door. That is a thing that has been happening a lot. It's fun when it happens. Doors especially. Treasures are somewhat easy to find. Doors, not so much. I want to... kill the ghosts. I want to use a little skeleton zombie guy for our chicken. Not this one, though. Welcome to Barrage, the musical. Stadio can be... I'm gonna laugh if that's a treasure and or a door. It's not a treasure, I don't think, but it could be a door. Boy, that could be the dumbest thing I ever did. Can you imagine having to feed a gold needle to an enemy because they are standing on the door? Who wants to be my chicken? 99. Congratulations. Like every time it crits, it zooms out a little bit. I think we've survived the first part of this. What do you think? That's unfortunate. I was about to say, there's got to be a way down, but I know there is because we got down there with other characters. Some days I feel like I should have a better jump / ignore height on more characters just to get around these maps easier. But I know that there will be something on that side of the map, and I don't want to move every character over there. Also, they're undead. Undead don't automatically die. They have a chance to come back to life. Like that guy. He's still alive. He also wanted to be a chicken. I mean, maybe he didn't. He probably didn't. That was on its way to being about 1200 damage. Okay, we can look for the door. The door is a 2-height stone. Or, not the door. The 0, 0 is a 2-height stone. Which means there is a treasure right here. Which I don't know how I'm going to get to. I found how I might get to it. There's also stuff up here, which is just as dumb. Then over here. Oh, yeah, no, it's here, here, and here. Okay, which means I have to get over here somehow. Boy, it would be nice if I had some crystals to see what I was doing. Found the door. We don't gotta look for that now. That's always fun. Sorry, enemy. I'm on a mission to find an axe. I would love to say I don't need anything else on this map, but I kind of do. I have anyone with 5 jump? Because it looks like I might need one with 5 jump. How unfortunate for us. I just want to say, having 5 jump and treasure hunter is not the easiest feat in the original version of this game. And you couldn't have teleport and treasure hunter, because that's not how that works. If stuff could just die for real, though, that'd be neat. I think there might be a way. There has to be a way. Like, this game won't just tell you, sorry, you can't get there. Maybe it will. Okay, time to go to bed, little chicken. On to the most fun of any map. Waiting. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, we might be boned. Because all the stuff's up on the other plateau. And I don't quite know how we get there. At least in terms of physically relocating ourselves to the top. At least if it's not possible. We can just leave now that we found the door, come back in with someone that can get up there. They get up there. And we're done with trying to figure it out. far as I can tell, we don't have someone with enough jump. Let's see if my notes say, hey. You'll need a jump of 5. Okay, we actually can't do it. Okay, so I'm not defeated. It's time for our black mage to get a workout. We'll get to the switchback in a second. I guess I am taking the Phoenix down over someone that just locks down one monster for a few turns while we do stuff. Call me crazy. This stuff is not very high level compared to some of the other stuff we've been fighting. And we barrage. And you die. 1, 2, 3, 4. Found a sage's rope. Thankfully, once you've found the exit, you do not have to find the exit again. Our goal is to get all the treasure before we kill the last thing. That should be easy enough, however. are actually somewhat good at what we do. He was casting and I was invisible. So, that's just extra bad for him. By the way, don't do that. Hey, you're charging something. Hands up. Shoot easily. He tried to kill me with his ability. He succeeded in killing me with his ability. Danusha is a bow that is, I think, worse than the bow we just got. But we'll figure it out. We do want to kill everything before Balthier dies. I don't really want to not have Balthier in my party. That was fun. Can I throw a phoenix down? Nope. Can I kill? Will Ramsey get a turn before Balthier dies? That's Balthier. That's a thing I can kill. Hooray! Since we had to go back in for him, let's look at what we got. It is actually a better bow. That's interesting. Meanwhile, Race finally gets to wear something other than a sword. Although, I think the sword might actually be better for her if she's going to Geomance. Then we got a better sword that gives innate protect and shell but does not have a +2 speed on it. And for our final trick, we got a robe. Yet another robe. The Sage's robe halves damage taken from all elemental magics, which means you can put it on someone other than Gregory. And as we saw before, the Lordly robe, protect shell, 2 power, 1 magic, a bunch of stats, can be equipped by a lot of different classes, and the ones that can't are funny. And about half the special jobs can wear it. We're gonna keep both those not equipped on Gregory, because I don't know what Gregory's actually gonna even do. And now we're gonna go There's two options on this map. Not sure if I like either one. We can put ignore height on Balthier, and he can run around and kill a bunch of stuff for us, or we can do it this kind of slow way. The kind of slow way is better, but we then do have to treasure hunt and stuff. So there's no easy answer for this one. I'm trying to remember how this map is set up. Essentially, we start at the top of a big U. And there's stuff down here, and there's a lot of the treasure is down here, and a lot of the doors are over here. This could go ridiculously horrible for us. So, if we have our own calculator, we could burninate the countryside with these calculators, but we don't. So our goal is don't die. I know it's a stupid goal, but okay, thank goodness we can block stuff that they do. Calculators are not casters. They do not put their hands up in the air and wave them like they may not even care one little bit. What in the world, friend? Might I invite you to stop that? Don't cast on my guys, please. By please, I mean, hey. That is a lot farther away than I thought it was. Looks like one of the calculators is going to be our chicken for the day. Boy, that was annoying. Boy, that's not any less annoying the second time. Eeny, meeny, miny, you. Congratulations, I picked your zombie for you. Or your chicken. I want to talk about the stats of this character real quick, and how it has 61 faith and a shitload of brave. I don't want it to calculate again though. And there we go, stop. Okay. Let us faith you first. Okay. Height 5 is our 0 point. It almost assuredly has to be that because I think everything else is going to be off the map. Not 5. Off the map. Nice. Okay. We have a treasure right there. I think I'm a tile away. I was a tile away. We have a treasure there. We have a treasure here. And we got a treasure over here. Meanwhile, the doors are a lot of them on the upper side. We found the best katana. I wish squires could use katanas. They can't though. I found a brave suit. That is a pretty awesome piece of armor. That's going to go on Ramza. We're going to move some gear around. These two are just sort of eventually going to find a door. And now, 100 faith. Okay, doors. Not a door. So Ramza is on 4, 6, 6, 7. And that's a Chaos Blade. That is going to be Orlando's final weapon. I think. It's a Fell Blade. It may not be better than just what we're wearing right now. Let's go back to 5. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There could be a door there. And then there could be doors where we are. One there. One there. One there. We're going to hope for some crystals so we can see what we're doing as we chicken the calculator. There's a Reverie shield. That is the, I think, second best shield in the game, behind the Zodiac shield that we got. We're going to hope the door's at 4 or 5. Alternatively, we hope the door's where we are right now. Door? Door. We found the door. We found all the treasures. We can now kill the things and advance. Okay. Those went kind of fast. Are we at... we're at 40 minutes. Let's show some gear. Brave suit has re-raise on it, which means we don't have to wear the angel ring anymore. Which means we could give it to someone who's not wearing an angel ring. Like, that could be real good for both of you. I think that might be what we do. Like, you have your plan of what you want all your characters to wear, and then you realize your plan's dumb. That's a big hit. Actually, I kind of like the Sage's robe on him because it halves all damage taken. That's pretty good. We're still at 15 speed. That's a lot of speed. Attack samurai weapon over here. What else did we get? The Reverie shield. Who even wears a shield? Halves all elemental resist, or all elemental damage taken. However, it's hard. Zodiac is technically better. Reverie is equivalent to the Genji set, but having all elementals is real good. And right now, Orlando has a double hand on. I guess technically he could use this. The problem is that has no innates. He's using Durandal. There's only one Night Sword better, and that comes on the next map. Spoilers, the next map is going to have everything left that we didn't get. I don't think it's worth losing. Do I have a Dark Knight somewhere? Like Chaos Blade, 20 attack also needs your faith to be 0, which is why Orlando is a good target for it, because we have his faith set to minimum. The thing is, Night Swords are just good. Innate Protect and Shell on him is good. Agrius is not getting use, so we don't need I think it's hard to justify. See you back next time for chapters 9 and maps 9 and 10 of Help Me I Can't See Anything. See you guys then.